Hey guys, John Eric back at you today. We're going to be talking about specialty license plates. We're going to start out with the woman veteran license plate. This form, I'm going to show you basics on how to fill them out, the circumstances in which they can be had, and some little tips that you need to know to make sure that we get this all these transactions completed on the first shot. So first of all, this says woman veteran. If it's a male, circle veteran up here. And I would also write down here in big letters, male veteran. We've had a couple of times where the DMV tech mistakenly gave us female plates, and a guy doesn't really care for that. Even though woman veteran wasn't checked, we still had them give us the wrong plates. So this form is pretty self-explanatory. Basically, anyone who's ever been in the military, had family in the military, any relative can get these plates. There is a cost to the plates. The plates range anywhere from $30 to $60 additional. So make sure that your customer is aware of that. We do get you don't have to prove it. You don't have to show them anything to get the specialty plates. Do not confuse this with military discounts. There are other discounts that military get off of their registration fees, taxes that they're exempt from. This is not the case with military plates. This is just to get the different plate. Okay, so we're going to start it off with military plates. It's very simple, straightforward. At the end, I will show you where to get these forms so that you always know how to have them handy. Okay, and make sure it's all filled out and signed. The most important thing is the signature, because if we miss something up here, we can always call the customer and get the info. But if we miss the signature, you have to have them come back down, or we have to go to them and get them to sign it. We do not forge any signatures for any reason, even if you think it's no big deal. It's always a big deal. The circa 1982 plate, that's a real common plate. That's the blue one that's on our monster truck that says XXXXXXL. There is no getting this plate out of the bin. The military plates, they have them in stock, so you just get them right then. The circa plates are not in stock. Those have to be ordered. So you have to personalize it. You can either use your current license plate number here, or you can put your first, second, third choice. And if they don't really care, just make something up for them, ABRZX4. It really doesn't make any difference, but a lot of people, just leave it up to me and say, I don't really care, I just want that plate style. Again, make sure the customer signs the application. Anything else, we can fill it out later. If we miss something or if they change their minds, we can make adjustments. These plates cost $61 extra. And then they're an extra, how much they cost each year? I think they're an extra $26 a year to renew these plates. So it's a pretty basic application. We're going to go over the classic rod plate. A classic rod is a car that has to be an old car. Basically, well, you can read the application. I'm not going to go into those details. But again, you've got to have the signature of the applicant. You've also got to have the odometer reading and the VIN number, and if there's a current plate that they want to use, you put that plate number here. Otherwise, they'll just get a plate that says classic rod with 4 numbers next to it. These plates cost an extra $35. Make sure when you start work, you get one of these applications and you read the whole thing so that you're familiar with everything. Now, there's something unique about the classic rod, and I'm going to skip over this next sheet and come back to it. And the classic vehicle plate. Those are two different plates. There's different criteria for these plates. So I want you to read these so that you understand the difference. So one of them has to be 20 years old, which is this one, classic rod, and one of them's got to be at least 25 years old, which is the classic vehicle plate. I'm going to show you that one real quick. And it's important, and a lot of people get these plates because the car won't pass smog, not because it's really a cool car, but because it just won't pass smog and it's old. So how do you avoid smog if you have a vehicle that qualifies for the classic plates? And the classic plate is just like the classic rod. It's the same odometer, plate number, VIN number, vehicle information. Make sure you get the signature. Everything else we can fill in. In order to not have to smog your vehicle, you've got to do this form right here called an odometer certification for emissions exemption. All that means is you're going to drive at less than 5,000 miles a year. Now, if you get the classic rod, yeah, there's actually a couple different ones. You can get classic vehicle, classic rod, or old timer plates. We're not going to go over old timer because I've only sold like one set in 15 years, so we're not going to talk about that. But you cannot drive a vehicle more than 5,000 miles a year. I'm going to say that again. If you're going to qualify for the odometer certification for emission exemption, you cannot drive the vehicle more than 5,000 miles a year. Basically, you're saying, it just goes to shows and stuff like that, and I don't have to smog it, and that works just fine. So we're going to go back over here and talk about our form for a second. So in our form, the form you get may look a little bit different than this. This is actually different than the one I had yesterday. We change it frequently, but I don't make major changes to it, so it'll be really easy to find. Right here where it says specialty plates. Anytime a customer is getting anything other than a standard Sunset plate, we charge a $39 fee for specialty plates. How come? Well, the time it takes us inside the DMV to process that transaction can easily be doubled or tripled by asking for a specialty plate, even if it's not personalized. Just so you know. Now we're going to talk quickly about where do you get these forms. Most of them we keep in our regular forms bin. I'm going to just shoot over here. And we're going to turn this iPad on over here, hit the home button, and we simply swipe it to turn it on. Then we're going to come down here, we're going to look at the button that says Forms, right there in the middle. Boom. That's going to pull up our DMV Easy website. So we have a page on our website, it's just on the Forms button. The address is 123dmv.com, and you can just click the Forms button if you're not already on that page. And that will take you or any of our customers exactly where they need to be to get the forms that they're looking for. So here is the forms. I'm not going to go over all these. This is just about plates. If you go down near the bottom, you see it says specialty plates here. This is where you'll find applications for all the specialty plates and personalized plates and stuff like that. So I'm just going to pull up the application for the circa 1982 replica plates to show you how that works. Now we have these applications already printed out, but should we be out of them or whatever, you can explain to a customer over the phone how to get it. You simply click that button and to get the application, you click application, and there it is. And you can hit print from there. You can fill it in you can fill it out here as well. So we're going to go back over here, and I'm going to show you a couple other ones. We're going to show you how to do military plates, because this can be a little bit tricky. So there's all kinds of branches of the military. These all lead to the same application, just so you know. And these are all available in motorcycles as well. So let's go over here. Here's the license plate application for veterans. And there it is. Now we're going to go back over here. We're going to choose classic vehicle plates. Now there's two forms that are necessary here potentially. So you get classic vehicle, classic rod, street rod, fire truck, antique truck, old timer. I don't worry about all those because we never sell them anyway. Horseless carriage, I've never sold one of those. So we're going to go to classic vehicle, which is the most common. And to the far right here, you're going to see the application for the plate is here. So now that's the application for classic vehicle plates. I'm going to go back, and then here it says emissions exemption form. That's the odometer certification. That's the same form for all these different plates. So whether it's classic rod, street rod, any of these, it's all the same stuff. Or as far as the odometer, these are different applications for different plate types. So that's all for this video. Tune into the next one. Get smart, get paid, have some fun, help some people out.